Hey there, I'm Tim.
And I'm Melissa.
And this is another Granola Soul Kitchen Table Talk. Today we're talking about how to deal with jerks. So have you run into any jerks lately?
Pretty much every day.
You know what they say, right?
No, what do they say?
They say that if you run into jerks every day, that maybe you're the jerk.
Maybe I live with a jerk.
Moving on, so can you tell us a story about a jerk that you encountered recently?
Yeah, there was this woman. She wasn't being a jerk to me, but she was at the grocery store and just being horrible to the clerk. She had a mound of groceries in her cart and really overfilled it. But as the clerk was putting the groceries back into the cart, she's like, "There's not enough room. Could we get you a second one?" And that just enraged her. So she's like, well, what am I going to do with two carts? And they fit in there before, so they should be able to fit now. And just giving the woman a hard time.
Yeah. So how'd that make you feel?
Pretty well, uncomfortable, and I felt bad for the clerk, and I was kind of wondering why she's making a big deal over the cart, but yeah.
Anxious, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a lot of the time when you run into jerks, you have this anxious feeling. There's this emotional type response, and it makes you want to respond in a way that's not necessarily a good way.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But it's not the right thing to do. We all know that, you know. It's better to be friendly, right? It's better to be nice. And I think there's a lot of research that I've found that talks about that, right? That there's actually a physical benefit to responding, in a way that's not mean. For example, I ran into this study this last week, and it talked about how when you do something for other people, so there's nothing in it for you, right? You're just doing something out of the kindness of your heart. You get the same physical benefit as eating 5 servings of vegetables a day.
Pretty good.
Not bad,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
Eat your Big Mac, be kind, and you might be all set.
No, we probably should still eat vegetables.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will.
Okay. Yeah, we will. We probably will. I think the other part of it is trying to have some understanding for that person, right?
Yeah.
And having empathy, because you don't know what's going on with them.
Right. No, and I think, when I encounter jerks on a daily basis, that's what I try to do is say, okay, this really isn't about me. It's probably about something else that's going on in their life.
Like the woman at the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
Like she probably had a lot of things going on.
Right.
You know.
I mean, she had a lot of groceries. She might have had a big family at home
Or she might have, had a big family and lost her job recently.
Yeah.
She might have had a sick family member. It's hard to tell. So it's important to try and, put yourself in their shoes. And I think by being kind, it also kind of neutralizes the situation.
Right. Yeah, I think it disarms them because they're not expecting it.
No, they're expecting you to be a total jerk in return, right?
Yeah. It's like they're all amped up and ready to fight, and you're like, I'm not going to fight.
And when you're not, it's like, well, they don't know what to do with that.
Right.
It just kind of neutralizes the whole thing.
Right.
So how'd your story end?
Well, I mean, I didn't engage the woman because she, but I felt really bad for the clerk, so I made a point of being kind to her and saying, wow, that woman really gave you a hard time. I'm sorry, and she's like, oh, you have no idea, being in the service industry, she deals with it all the time.
Yeah.
So I said, well, hopefully your day goes better, and just tried to make her feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, and the clerk, she had her own frustrations, but she
Yeah.
just wanted to be seen and heard too, right?
Right.
And I think that's important.
Right.
Yeah. Well, if you're interested in this topic, we have a new article at granolasoul.com called How to Kill 'Em with Kindness. You can find that at our website. There's a link in the description to it. In that article, you'll find 5 tips or 5 ways to be kind when somebody's being a jerk to you. So we'd encourage you to check it out. Also, we want to tell you about something new we've launched here at Granola Soul. It's called a Spiritual Almanac. It's a daily podcast and video podcast that you can find right here on this channel on YouTube. Each episode has a reading from a spiritual thinker or a poet, and some other tidbits in there of information that can get you in a spiritual frame of mind, or maybe just help you get your
Help you
day
reflect for the
started.
day.
Yeah, help you get started right. So last bit of housekeeping. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're a new channel, and we'd really appreciate any love you could give us.
And please be kind in the comments.
Be kind. Right, be kind. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.